Hello everyone, this is Tripper, and today we are playing Chivalry Medieval Warfare. That's an archer and he's going to die. And today, I'm going to show you guys probably the most controversial maneuver in the game, the feint. Just as soon as I kill this archer with a knight. I'm going to use feints, but I just don't like archers. Warbow, ew. Anyway, he just flung my body like a mile away. Okay, so, the feint. As I said, the most controversial move in the game, probably. And for good reason. Sorry, this guy's really annoying. So, feinting, and there's a lot of tacticality to feinting, right? There are bad feints, there are good feints. And I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to show you why they're so controversial. I'm going to try to show you how to use them properly and how to deal with them. I know a lot of people hate them. Some people like them. Oh, shit, this guy's going to... Well, no, actually, I'm pretty good with the Norse. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was a pretty bad man-at-arms. Decent archer, but I don't like archers in duels, so sorry. Okay, so I'm going to use a class that I actually enjoy. And, archer, whoopee. Again. Much better against jab archers, though. Okay, I don't really need the feint against that. Let's just go into some theory. So, an overview of the feint. Well, a feint is literally stopping the weapon in its tracks. Wait a minute. Man, I wasn't doing it. However, you can only... Yeah, it's basically juking... Damn it, I hate using that word. It's basically using faking out a strike. So your enemy will block early. And therefore leave himself vulnerable to attack. Now, it does not work against shields. And as I'm going to get into later, with the things that can deal with feints, shields are very good anti-feint things. However, if your enemy knows how to use feints properly, they probably won't really care about your shield. Oh, he actually feinted me! Very nice. Doesn't matter. But yeah. So the feint. It is literally just faking out your enemy. Now I'm going to show you it with... I'm going to show you it actually with this class. I'm going to show you how to use it properly. There's a right way and a wrong way to feint. Okay? The wrong way to feint is to feint as soon as you possibly can. I need to stop getting paired up with fucking archers. I'm just going to get behind here. Okay. So how you feint incorrectly is doing this. Attacking, and then as soon as you attack, you feint. This is not the proper way to feint. Alright, now this is a good scenario for feinting. That was a good feint. Okay? That was a feint where at the very last moment I feinted. I didn't do that. I did that. It went all the way up there. It let him know I was going to fight. I was gonna hit him. And then as soon as he blocked, actually as soon as I think the weapon is going to go into basically attack mode, which is like damage mode, I feint it. So at the end of windup is the end of the time where you can feint. Let me try to feint with a different type of strike. Oh, didn't need to. So, yeah, that's the right way to feint, okay? It's to wait until the very end of the windup and hit your feint button. I have my feint button mapped to the same button as my block, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's basically right-click is the same for parry and feint, because you will not be attacking and blocking at the exact same time. Oop, okay, I don't want to feint epilepsy, because he's going to see right through them. Against high-ranked players, feints are pretty terrible, usually. because they can see right through them. They can expect them. They block in instantaneous time, at instantaneous intervals. So they will block the moment they think the strike's going to hit them. All right, so whoop, 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 whoop.
It was an accident. Yes.
Oh, ooh, so close. Okay. So I will feint next round. I hate to do it. Epilepsy's such a nice guy. He's such a good player, but I'm going to try it, and I'm going to show you guys what goes on.
Never have I been matched, so.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm going to give this one more try. Actually, feinting against someone like him might be pretty easy. Now, I didn't flinch at all when that hit me, because I'm pretty okay with taking small amounts of damage, usually. Though that was a lot of damage. That was a potentially fatal blow there. Ah!
Oops.
I didn't think that would happen. Anyway, well, since I couldn't feint him that time, I probably won't feint him at all. But this is a proper feint, right? Getting it all the way up there. I think there's a thing on the screen. There's an indicator now that'll actually show you. Like, yep. See those arrows next to the crosshair? As soon as they get, like, as far out as they can, you want to feint.
It was an accident. Yes.
Very good fight.
I ran into somebody who could fight.
Alrighty. Well, I didn't get the feint at all because, again, against high-level players, it's just very hard to feint them. Because a good way of getting dealing with feints is to simply be very, very quick to your blocks. As in, you need to have really good hand-eye coordination. I'm not going to feint blood. As you can see, I'm pretty against feinting, just generally. That doesn't mean I think it's, like, hacks or anything. I just think it's just not a fun way of fighting. You have to think, oh, should I feint him now? Should I feint him now? It's just, it's not fun for me. I like just swing, brr. I like rainbows and I like matrixing because it's cool. It's interesting, right? Feints for me kind of break the fast-pacedness of battle. It's like, oh, well, oh, okay.
We are in agreement.
Well, oh.
Nope.
Okay. You never, ever, ever need to feint anyone in a duel, in a fight of any kind.
Honored to fight one of such skill. I think not.
Never, ever, ever. In fact, most players do worse if they feint. Like me, if I tried just feinting, I would do worse, honestly.
A formidable foe.
Now, something that I do condone if a battle's going on for a while is feinting with your final strike. Right? And I did that just then. It didn't matter, though. It wouldn't have hit him anyway. It didn't matter. I was just... In fact, if I hadn't feinted, I might not have killed him. Just because it took a second longer. But most of the time, feints will not be your greatest ally. As in, they're not really all that useful. So, I don't feint people with shields at all. I don't feint anyone, really, unless it's like a long, drawn-out duel. I'm like, I need to end this. So I feint. Usually they feint first because they think of it first. But when I'm fighting a shield person, you do not want to feint because it will just leave you open and it's silly. They can just hold their shield up as long as possible. However, a cool way to use feints with shields is the following. get them to hold their shield up and you do a hard kick. This guy really likes his feints. I don't like people who rely on it. And normally they don't do all that well. Sorry. You kind of deserve that. So, as you can see, it can be detrimental, especially if you do it a lot. This is one way to do feints really badly. If you use them constantly. If you feint more than twice in a duel, you have gone overboard, right? You should probably feint once in the mid-duel to deal a large amount of damage, and then once at the end of the duel to kill them. But I obviously don't condone feinting at all, just because I don't really like it. I think it's perfectly legitimate. I don't complain if other people use it. But it's not fun for me. So, if you're using a lot...
I am so sorry.
Oh, Orion. Oh, good.
Yes.
Someone to kill.
Oh my.
I'm gonna kick your ass, motherfucker. Actually, he is the person that I would want to feint. He's an archer most of the time. Okay, you know what? Sorry. You see, I didn't even have to feint there. As a man-at-arms, especially, I should stop using man-at-arms and show you guys some actually good stuff. So as a man-at-arms especially, feints are just... You really should never have to rely on them, because you are a speed machine, okay? And feints delay you, right?
Oh my lord, I'm so
sorry. I don't... I just do not
wholeheartedly
use them. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be really fun. Watch this shit. He's using a weapon that is 20 times faster than mine. But I will feint him once, and he is going to feel the burn. You see? You see?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm so... Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not going to fight him again. He's probably going to go archer. But as you saw, it is a good way to get people out of their shields if you know how to use it and if they're not really good shield users. I'm going to try with this guy once more. I'm going to try to get this point across. Oh, wow. Okay, this guy just sucks generally. Sorry. But the Vanguard especially is extremely good for feints. It's probably one of the best class for feinting, because of its huge range. And the Brandy Stock, this weapon, did a tactics on it before, is probably the best weapon in the game to feint with, because it's so weird. This is going to be strange because he's got a shield. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I seriously can't deal with that kind of shield usage. It's not cool. Alright, so once against Ganty, I bet Ganty is an extremely good player. 20, not bad. We might lose against him. That's perfectly fine, though. Next is going to be the knight I'm going to show you guys. But now I'm going to show you... Oh, fucking shields, man! What is it with shields today? Sorry. Yeah, just don't use shields. Just don't. Don't do shields. They're like drugs. You get hooked on them. They're just too easy to block shit with, and then you fight someone who has a high skill level. And they just rape you. And I'm sorry. I do not like them. Or feints. But both are legitimate, and I'm fine with that, right? Feints are slightly more useful, actually. So anyway. Oh, wow. Oh! Oh, good feint! That was a very, very good feint. When you're about to die, you are so susceptible to panic blocks. I could have blocked that. I don't really care. You're so susceptible to panic blocks. And I panic blocked there because I thought he would hit me. But he feinted. So that's why they're so effective in the end.
Finally, a fair fight.
This isn't a fair fight. He's got a fucking shield. It's hilarious. But, that's why it's so effective. Especially if you've got a shield and they don't. Oh, motherfucker. I keep forgetting about the North Sword range.
Their forces are made up of
Motherfucker, get on my level. Alright, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine in just a moment. And give him some faint love. Oh shit, bitch. Sorry! Oh, that was fun. Anyway. So, as you can see, feigning with every weapon is a very effective tactic, but it can mess with the, just the pacing of the game. That's why I don't use it. And normally, nobody I fight uses it. Sometimes there's this one guy, but I've beaten just about everyone who has feinted me, I think. There might be one or two really good competitive level players that use it really sparingly, which is the right way to use it, if you use it at all. I don't even need to feint this guy. But high-level Chivalry players, really, really good competitive level players, will sometimes use it maybe once or twice in a duel. Really, really well with quick weapons. But I just don't see it that often in anyone. And I've beaten just about everyone who's fought me with it using feints. So let's just get rid of this archer. And we're going to just do a funsy little... You aren't going to change weapons? Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want any more... I don't need deal with archers. Oh, great, 10-0. So, that is feinting. I got a bit more to tell you guys, I guess. So, just a slight overview, I suppose. How to feint properly is to essentially wait until you are at the end of your wind-up, which is the time where your weapon is basically preparing to strike the enemy. As soon as you've clicked the button, you enter wind-up, and wind-up takes like 0.04 seconds, 40 milliseconds, something like that. It's very, very small amount of time, but it makes all the difference. During that time, you can feint, and the right way to feint is to wait until as close to the end of that time as possible to give your enemy time to block. And as soon as they do block, you've feinted, and you are able to strike them as soon as they're done blocking and where they are vulnerable. This is also very effective against shield users, where if you feint very effectively, they pull up the shield and you can hard kick them, which is hold F, and you can get a free strike in on them and sometimes kill them. Again, to effectively use a feint, you need to really only use it once or twice in a duel, honestly. Any more than that, and it's so easy to see through. Then they are really at the top of their guard, and they play really defensively, and you won't get much done after that. But if you keep them on their toes, you keep them thinking, ooh, he might feint this one, he might not, he might feint this one, then you pretty much have a straight win. Unless they're very, very good competitive level players that can see past them. I normally don't even have to give a shit because I'm too busy just like whacking them. As a man-at-arms, you should really not feint all that much. Like, you have so much speed at your disposal, I don't know why you'd need to throw a feint in there just to mess up the pacing. You set the pacing. You're the fastest thing on the board, so you set the pacing if you're man-at-arms. As a Vanguard or Knight, very, very effective. Especially Vanguard with long-ass weapons, Knight with high-damage weapons. Something like the Maul with the Knight feinting. If you can get someone to block prematurely with the Maul, you can insta-kill them, just like that. Same thing with the Zweihander for the Vanguard. And that's basically the good stuff, how to use feints. And how not to use feints is if you feint as soon as you strike, that doesn't get anything done. They aren't blocking yet. They know feints exist, most likely, so they'll wait maybe a couple milliseconds at least until they block. You don't want to use feints too often against shield bearers unless you can trust in your ability to get them to block. Otherwise, they're going to hit you just straight up. And to end the negatives, I just don't like them. Again, I think they're perfectly legitimate tactics. Unlike most people, they're not hacks. They are a button in the game, damn it. Seriously. All the haters can go hate elsewhere, but it's a button. It's a thing. It's not hacks. I think it's legit. There are plenty of ways to counter them. You just have to look into it. You just have to get used to it, get skilled against them, and you can definitely succeed against them. But I don't use them at all, and I think they're not necessary at all. So that is the feint, ladies and gentlemen. Use it if you like it. Don't use it if you don't. I don't personally, but hey, everyone's got a different opinion. Am I right? All right. Like, favorite, subscribe if I taught you guys something. Share it if you loved it. Got friends who might benefit from this information. And as always, have a grand day. I shall see you, kind people, next time.